เรื่องหนึ่งชื่อว่า
พระสูตรสุรางคัมสูตรคำสอน4ข้อที่ชัดเจนและไม่เปลี่ยนแปลงในเรื่องความบริสุทธิ์ละเว้นจากการลักขโมยและกล่าวเท็จตอนที่5ของ7ตอนในระหว่างอาจารย์และลูกศิษย์ให้ไว้ในภาษาอังกฤษเมื่อวันที่23ธันวาคมค.ศ. 2018นิวแลนด์ไต้หวันที่รู้จักกันว่าฟอร์โมซา
The Buddha continued, they say that they have attained what they have not attained, meaning these demonic practitioners, that they have not become Buddha, but they say they are Buddha, okay? And that they have been certified when they have not been certified, meaning the Buddha or any saint have not confirmed that they have reached Buddhahood, a great enlightenment, but they go around and boast that they do. Okay? This is the greatest lie. And for this, you also will go to the non-stop hell, according to Buddha, other sutra that I read. That's the most heinous lie of all, that you say you attain Buddhahood, but you have not. Yeah? Meaning deceiving other beings. And then the other beings, they follow you. They also fall into the same pit. That is why it is so bad. Yeah, this is the worst lie you can commit, because you lead other beings into the false views with you too, believing in your power when you don't have. So if you go to hell, they will have to go with you. Because deceiving also deprive them from a chance to meet the real living Buddha. And that's why it's the worst sin you can commit, the worst lie ever. In Buddha, they say it's the greatest lie that you can commit, unredeemable. The Buddha warning his monks here and the future monks after his nirvana that should not do that. Yes, but the Buddha cannot warn the whole priesthood or monkhood after his nirvana. Not everybody read this. Not every monk even know this sutra. Okay? You are lucky to know it.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Being a monk and nun is a very noble position, but you have to really fulfill that position with nobility, humility, and above all, enlightenment, before you even go out and preach to others and let everybody believe you. A blind lead the blind or fall into the pit. Yeah. Continue. Perhaps they seek to be foremost in the world. Yeah, fame, fortune. The most venerated and superior person. Buddha suspect that that's why they say they attain Buddhahood when they're not, okay? When they have been confirmed as a Buddha and they are not, okay? So the Buddha very polite. He say, perhaps. He doesn't say for sure they want fame and profit. Perhaps they seek to be foremost in the world, the most venerated and superior person. Perhaps not. Yeah. Perhaps, I also think maybe perhaps or perhaps not. The reason was that maybe some monks or priests, maybe they just ignorant, yeah, and then puffed up by surrounding followers or passerby or whoever, and then, and then he think he is really enlightened. So perhaps he know he's not enlightened. Perhaps he thinks he's enlightened, yeah, because of circumstances. Not necessarily that he wants fame or profit. It just, by the way, maybe, yeah. So Buddha said perhaps. I also say perhaps so, yes. To their audiences, they say that they have attained the fruition of Sotapanna, means some great enlightenment status, yeah. The fruition of a Sakridagami, the fruition of an anagami, the fruition of a hardship, the Pattaya Buddha vehicle, all the various levels of bodhisattvahood up to and including the 10 grounds in order to be revered by others and because they are greedy for offerings. Buddha said perhaps all this reason that some people claim that they have become Pattaya Buddha or they have become such and such bodhisattva or just one time only return and never come back again, etc., etc., at different levels. And they want offering from the people, greedy offering. Because some believers, they offer anything. So that's all the reason the Buddha suspect why somebody proclaimed that they have attained this and that when they have not, okay? Now the Buddha continued. These Ichantikas, meaning the great liars, Ichantika is a Sanskrit term for such kind of people who lie about enlightenment and their saintly status. That's Ichantikas, yeah? Not normal liars. These are Ichantikas, mean greatest liar, the worst liar, yeah. These Ichantikas destroy the seeds of Buddhahood just as surely as a thala tree is destroyed if it is chopped down. A thala tree or any tree, okay? If you chop down a tree, it's chopped down, right? No more chance to live. Similarly, these Ichantikas, mean the greatest liar people, cut down their seed of future enlightenment of Buddhahood like a tree being chopped down. This is so bad when you lie about your achievement in spiritual practice. Should never do that. If you lie about something else, mundane way or because of any necessity, good excuses, maybe still can be redeemed. You can still be helped and saved and become Buddha. But if you lie as Ichantikas, then you finished. You can never be anywhere near Buddhahood. You cut off your seed of enlightenment, of Buddhahood. So you'll be recycling yourself as ghosts and demons and the most is, low devas in the low heaven or Ashura, okay? Have power, have retinues, have followers, have magical power and all that. But you will never become a Buddha. So beware of that. Buddha continued, I command the bodhisattvas and arhats to appear after my extinction in response bodies in the Dhamma ending age. Response body is similar to the light body. Transformation body, light body. Not the real physical body, but the appearance of the body in light. So the Buddha appealed to the Buddha, Bodhisattva and the arhats in the future, use their transformation body in the Dhamma ending age. When the Buddha has gone to their nirvana a long time, maybe 300-500 years after, and to take various forms in order to rescue those in the cycle of rebirth. Yeah, because Ananda has asked how he can help. So the Buddha keeps saying all these methods. And he even appealed to all the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas to help other sentient beings after he's gone. They should either become shramanas, white-robed lay disciples, kings, ministers or officials, virgin youths or maidens, and so forth. Remember, he said, appear in various forms, use a transformation body to appear as if you are king, queen, etc. So some kings and queens are maybe not real physical king and queen, but the manifestation of the bodies. If they are benevolent and kind, then maybe they are a bodhisattva manifestation. Okay, and so forth. And even prostitutes, widows, profligates, thieves, butchers, or dealers in contraband doing the same things as these kinds of people. Why? They praise the Buddha vehicle and cause them to enter samadhi in body and mind. So the Buddha appeal, request all the future monks, nuns, bodhisattva, saints to please use their power of transformation to appear in different field of life, in different jobs, in different positions, even as prostitutes, as butchers, to doing the same job with them. Appear like a prostitute with the prostitutes people, and therefore mingling with them, and then slowly teach them, inspire them to know the Buddha teaching, the saintly teaching. So how much sacrifice any Buddha or Bodhisattva has to undergo, nobody would know. Even become prostitute, even become butcher. Though these are even against the precept. But you, as Bodhisattva, must do it so that you can befriend these kind of people. They are very difficult for any prostitutes or butcher to understand anything about Dharma, about true teaching. So you even have to appear to be like them and then bring them into the true path. So we should never look down upon anyone in any position, any job, however lowly or however despicable in our opinion. We should always have respect because they have Buddha nature inside anyway. Okay? One time I recite a poem about artisan, artisan or a prostitute. How sad she was when her so-called client left her in the middle of the night. She begged him to stay, and he did not. And one of your brother criticized me and said, "Master, that's a prostitute poem that you recite." And I say, she is a Buddha too. And at that time, I really meant it, and I really understood it. I don't just say that, but I really know it. Many things, just like when you understand it, but you cannot explain it to others. Yeah, because you just enlightened at that moment for that thing, that subject, that object alone, yeah? One time I read one sentence in some of the Zen book, meditation book, Zen book somewhere. It says like this, in Chinese, okay? I repeat Chinese first so that I can remember in English. 我是自己开悟的，没有人是我的老师。Meaning, I am enlightened all by myself. No one is my master. I really understood that sentence, deeply understood, knowingly, and know it so well, clearly to me. So, I feel very good. I taught the disciples in Taiwan at that time. I said, you repeat all this. Is this true? Is it true? I even forget that I'm their master. If I told them to repeat like that, how would they even respect me anymore? I did not care because I understood the true meaning of it. So I taught all of them at that time, repeat after me. I alone enlighten myself. No one is my master. Repeat it. And every day we do that. Okay. And one of my so-called non-resident disciple, she went to America to give initiation to some people in America. And I told her, you have to tell them also after initiation to repeat this, okay? And the nun did. And they revolt against her. They say, she's arrogant. She teaches against my teaching. It's not true. I was the one who told her to say that because I realized really the meaning of it. And later I say, okay, don't say that no more because I realized that it's only me who understood it. And they understand nothing. So I realized that enlightenment, you can't pass on, okay? And you always enlighten in some subject after another, but not all the time and not in all subject. But when you understand one thing, that is yours, and only yours, yes. And other people might not be able to grasp it. Because it's not the words, it's your realization, it's your enlightenment in it. My God, I thought everybody would understand it. Oh, tell them, go teach them, teach everybody. I myself do it the same. Yes?
It's the rest of the answer to what you asked me earlier about why I was crying yesterday.
Because you realize something.
Yeah, it's related to what you're saying now. Master, that to be honest, many times I struggled to know about you or not. And I always had what I called an internal master, which was a voice that guided me and still told me to listen to you and still told me to trust you and still told me to come here and to follow you. And I cried yesterday at a moment when they were the same voice at the same time.
Yeah.
When your voice and my internal master were at the same time speaking, the same voice was one of the moments that I cried.
Very good.
And what you just said reminded me of that. And so I wanted to finish answering your question from before.
Very good. Okay, I was just concerned about you. Okay? Thank you. Yeah, all right. That maybe something I said that trigger you or some sadness in you. Okay, that you might feel guilty about something. Okay, that's all. Okay, good that you know. Good that you know. Yeah, it's like that. Whatever we know, we just know. We can't explain it to somebody else because it's such a simple sentence. Yeah? I enlighten myself alone. Nobody is my master. And I really know that, what it means. And then I teach everybody because I was so happy this is the truth. And nobody understands nada. And I told my nun to tell the new disciple in America that revolt against her. They wrote letter to me, say that nun is very bad. She told us that you are not our master. That we alone are our own master. Nobody is master. That means she disregards you. I said, no, I told her to tell you. God. It was a very funny, years ago, decades ago. But this is like that. And later I realized my dumbheit, meaning my stupidity. So I tell them to stop it. They don't understand, so forget that. Yeah. Okay. Just like in some of the Zen story, one of the master, yelled very loud into one of his disciples' ears, and then he was dead for 3 days. But then, after he regained his ear sight again, he come and cried to his master, complaining, and said, I don't hear that no more. Understand? When he was deaf, he hear the inside voice, inside music. And when he regained his ear sight again, it's usual he tried to listen outside, and then he won't get it no more. Yeah, similar like that. But don't ask me to yell at you, it's different, okay? That master and that disciple is a different situation. Just like I say, I'm alone enlightened, and no one is my master, And I understand that completely. But I don't know how to explain it to you, okay? Okay, now, continue. Before the calendar ends. So the Buddha even encouraged, request of the monks, saint people in the future. After the Buddha went to Nirvana, he said, you do this, do that, do anything you can to awaken other beings, to lead them into the true path, to be even prostitutes. But imagine, you are saint, enlightened, knowing, and you have to use your power to manifest yourself as a real, like a physical prostitute, as a real physical butcher, in order to befriend these people who are supposed to be in a lowly spiritual level, who has no chance to know any master because of their position, okay? And their background, and their companies, and their job. Very difficult for them to understand anything. So you, the saint, have to use your spiritual power to be like them in order to teach them the right way of life. the right way of life. Even Jesus say he forgave the prostitute, meaning he probably gave her initiation. And even his disciple roar at him, criticize him. Give her initiation, and then people, his disciple, criticize him. So only enlightened master are non-judgmental, okay? Are so tolerant, so loving, and so kind. I made some offering, a substantial sum offering to a temple in Europe, because I knew the old abbot, he's gone now. He's gone now, the new one coming. The old abbot was an ascetic monk, very good monk. He's mostly skinny and very funny, very funny. He went to my house, sometimes stay in my house also, of course with other disciples. And he and other monks are very much respectful of me and loving me very much. So I still remember that temple, and I gave some donation to repair the temple and all that. I have reverence and love for the old monk, the former abbot. Sadly, he's gone.